Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
You make me feel a little higher. The things you do, they make me smile. Make me feel so.
This is a bit of a different video today. I have done a very similar video. Actually, I've done a video like this, but I thought I'd just get all cozy and not worry about what I'm really wearing. Makeup is because I've been filming loads of TikToks, so yeah, I wasn't gonna remove it. If I sound ill, that is because I'm still recovering from a really bad cold, so yeah, just self-isolating. I'm filming my personal favourite series that you should be watching during isolation. I just thought this would be a really helpful video for you guys, because I haven't seen many like current ones, but I haven't seen many that are in the UK, and I know that we have a different Netflix to the US and to other countries, so I thought, why not film a what to watch on Netflix during isolation. Like, it's so annoying when I'm like on Netflix and I have nothing to watch and I have to go through and read every single description. Then if you've got this video, then all you've got to do is watch it. I'm gonna give you a little summary of like what's it about and like why I enjoyed it, and why I think you should actually watch every single one of these on my list. I've got about 10 of them, but 4 of them are ones you would have heard about. So without further ado guys, I think we should get into the video. My first series you guys should watch on Netflix is called Schitt's Creek. Now this is starring Daniel Levy and Eugene Levy. You probably would know Eugene Levy if you don't know his name. He played the dad in Cheaper by the Dozen, you know, the really like snobby dad who lived across the lake, and he's like the really rich dad and spoils the kids. He's that guy. He's such an amazing actor. The 4 main characters, and what happens is a married couple with 2 kids. Now the kids are in their late 20s. They live in a mansion and they go bankrupt. They're very spoiled, they've got a lot of money, they're very, very wealthy. Like, overnight, just go bankrupt. And as a joke, a few years prior to them going bankrupt, the dad, played by Daniel Levy, bought a town, and that's the only place they can go and live. So it's about them moving to this town. The kids have to get a job, they meet boys, they date, they do all the stuff that just, it's like a proper chick flick, but it is so funny, and it's so, like, there's a lot of comedy in it. So if you like comedy, but you also like a good chick flick and something to binge watch, you will love this, because it is so funny, it is so heartwarming, you can relate to everything they're going through. Like, they've got breakups, they've got marriages, they've got proposals, they've got just everything you can think of that you've probably experienced in your life is on this program, and it's just so amazing. So that's my first one. You have to watch that. After this video, go and start watching Schitt's Creek. It is amazing. Now, I'm just gonna run down the 4 that probably most people, if not all people that are watching this video, have seen, and that is Riverdale, Gossip Girl, Pretty Little Liars, and The Vampire Diaries. I don't think I need to go that much in depth about what they're really about. I will link like all the trailers and stuff in the description box so you guys can go and check it out. I'm not going to go too in depth with these 4 because, like I said, you've probably seen them, or probably even seen the trailer, or you've definitely heard of them before. So I just thought I'd skip past those 4 because I know you guys probably would have seen them before because they're so popular on Netflix. The next one is Sex Education. I feel like it's so underrated. It's so relevant to everyone and they can all relate to this show. It is so funny. It's based in the UK, so it's a proper British sitcom. So Sex Education is about a young boy called Otis, and he lives at home with his mum. He's an only child. He has very minimal experience in the love department, in the lovemaking department, but his mum is a sex therapist, and I mean that just speaks itself really. Can you imagine being, you know, like your mum being a sex therapist and you're not very like, you know, like experienced in that department? It would be a bit awkward. But it's about all his classmates in school learning about his home life, and it just kind of spirals, and it's just amazing, and you should definitely watch it. There's 2 seasons. Season 2 has not long come out, a few months ago, but yeah, is so funny. That's what I like about all these shows, is I connect, so I'm sure a lot of other people will connect, and that's why I like them. My next one is my second favourite of this year. It is called Love is Blind. Now, it says it in the name, Love is Blind, and by that meaning, can you fall in love with someone without seeing them in person? So can you fall in love with no physical attraction? I'm not going to spoil it, but can you? Do you think you can? Would you try that? I don't know. So I'm back from clapping for the NHS, which just warmed my heart so much. If that's what you could hear in the background just before I left, was everyone in my street clapping at the 8 p.m. Clap for the NHS. So thanks NHS. Just what would we do? Honestly, UK guys, what would we do without Is Blind? Now, this is a show about, like I said, 12 to 15 women and 12 to 15 men are in, like, you could say, like, they're in a building, and one of the sides is for the men and one of the other quarters is for the women. The men and the women. And in the middle of this, like, warehouse, as I can imagine it's filmed, is pods. I don't know how many pods, but in each pod there's like a little mini bar, and there's a couch, and there's like throws like this, and they just sit on the couch, and then there's like this screen in front of them, and it's all like, it looks like something in like a fantasy film. And on the other side of the screen is the man, and they have to talk to each other on a more emotional level, and that's how they will maybe fall in love, if they fall in love at all. And it's about all these women connecting and choosing the man that most stands out to them. So it's like going on a date with loads, it's like speed dating without looking, and they can then propose to their women, or the women can propose to the men, and that's what it's about. And some people get engaged, some people don't. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. It's like The Bachelor, but it's not The Bachelor, and it's just absolutely amazing. I am obsessed with the most of the cast. If you like dating shows like Love Island, or Celebs Go Dating, or Blind Date, then please watch Love is Blind, because it is amazing, and you can actually binge watch it because it's finished now, so you can just binge watch all like 10 episodes. So Love is Blind is a huge one that you have to watch. The next one is called Jane the Virgin. Now, this has been out for a few years, and it is amazing. Like, all of these are just amazing, but this is so funny. It's about a young woman who goes to a sexual health clinic, and she gets accidentally inseminated with the wrong person's eggs, I believe. So she gets pregnant, but she's a virgin, and her name's Jane. Jane the Virgin, and she's a mum to a young son, and it's about her relationship with her current fiance, and she falls in love, and it's a whirlwind. Like I said, we've all been there, done that, and we probably all will be there and not get accidentally inseminated, I think that's the word, by someone else's eggs. But we've all been on a roller coaster when it comes to love and friendship and family and stuff like that. So it's amazing. It's amazing, so funny. The humour in it is so dry, so if you've got a dry sense of humour, you'll love it, and you can binge watch it, because I think there's like 6 seasons or even more, maybe 5 or 6. My next one is called Lock and Key. It's kind of got the same vibe as Bates Motel. It's amazing if you like more theatrical, dark, thrillery kind of dramas. It's about a single mum with a young boy, teenager daughter and a teenager son, and a young boy who's about 8. They move to this haunted house because their father has been killed, but whether that was a good idea, you'd have to watch and find out. My final series to watch on Netflix is called Virgin River, about a young woman who has lost her husband, and she's a nurse, and she moves from, I think, don't quote me on this, it might be LA, but she moves from her current town to a town in Northern California, to this little remote little village, and and it's about her coming to this town, and on the advertisement the house that she's meant to be living in is wonderful and amazing, and it's like a little log cabin and it looks like something from your dreams. It's stunning. And then she gets there and it's like, yeah, that is not what I see on the advertisement, so what is going on? It's about her meeting the doctor that she will be co-working against, and he is stuck in his shoes, stuck in his ways, so stubborn, and he doesn't like anyone else but himself. And he grows a relationship with this nurse, and he finally steps down from being the arrogant man he is and bonds a relationship with this young nurse. And it's about their relationship and her personal relationship with people that she meets, men she meets. She falls in love, she gets heartbroken, and it's just amazing for just one of those things you can just watch and zone out of your own personal life. And I mean, all these shows you do that, really, that's why we watch them, right? But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching my recommendations for self-isolation. I really hope all of you are staying as safe as you can, and if you, well, I know in the UK we're on lockdown, so if you can stay in and if you can afford to stay in, please stay in. Like, it is, I'm not going to mention the word because we all know what we're talking about, but this is really, really serious, and I don't want to trigger anyone, but it is serious, and it is lives that we're thinking of here, and that maybe might be one of your family members. So, you know, if you think of this on a personal level, then we would all be staying in, and there are still a lot of people going out and not really caring and thinking they're immune to it. That's not the issue. The issue is we might have it right now, you might have it right now, you might not carry symptoms, but you still can pass it on to other people. So even the 2 meters, yeah, it's an amazing idea, but ideally I think we should all be staying in, and that's what I'm doing. I'm very fortunate to be living in the UK at the moment. I know there's a lot of people that's going to be affected money wise, and my heart does go out to all of those people and all the homeless people at the moment, because I'm worried, but I'm at home, I'm living with my mum and my sister, so I've got a good support network. I'm not on my own, but I know there's a lot of people out there that are on their own, and they live on their own and they can't see anyone for 3 weeks, or they have underlying health conditions. A lot of people who have these underlying health conditions are not all old. A lot of them are in like their 20s, their 30s, 40s, 50s, even younger. So I put on my Twitter yesterday, and I'm going to mention it, and even if nothing comes of this, of me saying this, then at least I've said it and I've tried. But I put on my Twitter yesterday that I wanted to start a group chat. All the people that maybe just want to get out of all the chaos in the world, and not speak so much about the C word that I'm not going to mention, but just to speak about life, and it's just like an escape from the chaos in the world. And I want to make a massive group chat. Whether this will happen with me and one other person, I know what it's like, and I have friends who are in situations as we speak, my personal friends who are on their own, and they're feeling lonely and they feel like no one is out there and no one can help them as much as I'm there for them. You know, there's a lot of people who don't have that one friend. You'd be surprised how many people are physically, also mentally on their own at the moment. So I really want to start a group chat, whether that be on Twitter or whether that be on another social platform, I don't know, but I'm doing it on Twitter at the moment. If you go onto my Twitter, leave my link in the description box as always. We all need to, you know, pull together and all be there for each other. But I've got a really good support system, so if I'm struggling, I know I can go see my sister, go and see my mum, and I've got a lot of friends that I can speak to about this, and a family online. There's some people that do not have one soul to speak to, and they don't live with anyone, so I want to reach out to those. I want to reach out to those people who do feel lonely, because there will be a massive rise in mental health and depression, and we don't want it to get to that stage. So whether this will reach anyone or reach no one, I want to voice this, because it might reach someone by me trying to. So yes, I'll leave all the links to my Twitter and all the trailers of this series that you can watch on Netflix. Remember to wash your hands, stay safe, and sending all my love to every single one of you at this chaotic time in the world, and we can get through this. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!